Hello and welcome back to Who's Watching.
Yes.
You may have noticed we did a lot of videos this day.
Yeah.
These are all still one day. We don't smell.
Yeah, no.
We just like to give our editor a lot of things to do. We don't want him going outside ever.
No. Never see daylight ever.
Anyway, welcome back to this our second episode of Jordan vs. Scott.
Yes.
So we did
Heaven Sent last time.
We did do Heaven Sent last time. And it was only when we were briefly talking afterwards about it still that we realised we had a very differing opinion on the best Weeping Angel story.
Yep.
So
I said I think the Weeping Angels are better in the Matt Smith story, the Byzantium
the Crash of the Byzantium,
than they are in Blink.
And I think Blink is the best Weeping Angel story. Blink. So I really like the fact that we are not with the Doctor. Now I know lots of people criticise these episodes, and this is, you're watching Doctor Who, you want the Doctor, and he is in it, and I like that he's in it. But I really like the threat. It feels more grounded when you don't have the Doctor there.
It does feel a bit more like a spin-off, doesn't it? It has that same sort of vibe. The Doctor's in it, but he's not the main focus.
I wouldn't say it feels like a spin-off, though. I'd still say it definitely feels like David Tennant's era episode as well. And it was, the reason they came about was to give the person playing the Doctor a bit of time off for that, because it's quite a big chunk of filming. They film for about 10 months a year, so that's quite a lot of time to be doing one job, especially as an actor. But I really like. It's got. I can't remember the actress's name now.
Oh, Carey Milligan.
Yeah,
Karen Milligan.
Her before she was rocketed into success.
Yeah, she's very famous now,
remember her name.
Yeah,
but she's really good in that.
Carey Mulligan or something.
Yeah, I like the side characters as well. There are some beautifully written.
That's
moments.
A criticism I've got for Blink.
I really like the moment where she's in hospital with that police officer. I mean, she's just there.
Yeah.
And, it's the first sort of on-screen angel killing, as it were. You don't actually see her friend dying, because, things worked out well for her. And things worked out alright for this other guy, but you can see what they've done to him. It's... When the Doctor said the only psychopath to kill you nicely, shove you back in time and let you live, but being ripped out of your life and thrown somewhere else, especially for him, because he's got a cool thing to do. He's got a bit of an overlap, and also he's gone from a world as wide man now. He's gone from living in a world where he can be a police officer as a black man, a detective, so quite a high-ranking police officer, and ripped and thrown back in time to a point where he did not have as many opportunities as well. Must be an extra level of horrible. Yeah. And the one thing that I think I like the fact there are 4 angels. Crash of the Byzantium just had too many angels, in my opinion. There were too many.
See, I think that's why I prefer it, is because they're more of a... Blink, you can get away from them. Blink, you can get out of the house.
But they'll follow you.
Yeah, but you're out in the open then, whereas Time of the Angels and whatever the other one is, Flesh and Stone, I want to call it, you're stuck underground, and there's an army of them, and there is no way you can get away from them. I think they're scarier then for me, because you're stuck in one place and you can't get out. I'm not too keen on Sally Sparrow.
Ooh.
As a character. I'm not too keen on her. She's probably Stephen Moffat's best written female character, because I think he's one of these that gets a little bit funny sometimes with them. You look at River Song and how many innuendos and how many sort of whatever, it gets a little bit much sometimes, whereas I don't think Sally Sparrow does that, but then I'm not too keen on her particularly.
For me, I like the instant lore. It's very they're a very simple monster for you to get your head around.
Oh, yeah.
You look at them, they're stone,
you
turn away, and they will move ridiculously fast.
And I mean, in Blink, I do like that bit when they actually finally work out what he's talking about on that.
Oh, yeah.
On the DVD.
I
do like that bit.
The conversation and the way the time loop...
And because then she works out, doesn't she?
The time loop loops back round and she gives him the manuscript at the end.
Yeah.
Moffat does lots of little spinning rounds, and some of them work better than others, and I think that's one of his best.
1969, that's where you're talking from?
Afraid so.
But you're replying to me. You can't know exactly what I'm going to say 40 years before I say it.
38?
I'm getting this down. I'm writing in your bits.
How? How is this possible? Tell me.
Not so fast.
Yeah, people don't understand time. It's not what you think it is.
Then what is it?
Complicated.
Tell me.
Very complicated.
I'm clever and I'm listening, and don't patronise me because people have died and I'm not happy. Tell me.
People assume that time is a strict progression of cause to effect, but actually, from a non-linear, non-subjective viewpoint, it's more like a big ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
Yeah, I've seen this bit before. You said that sentence got away from you.
It got away from me, yeah.
Next thing you're going to say is, well, I can hear you.
Well, I can hear you.
This isn't possible.
No, it's brilliant.
Well, not hear you exactly, but I know everything you're going to say.
Always gives me the shivers, that bit.
How can you know what I'm going to say?
Look to your left.
What does he mean by look to your left? I've written tons about that on the forums. I think it's a political statement.
He means you. What are you doing?
I'm writing in your bits. That way I've got a complete transcript of the whole conversation. Wait until this hits the net. This will explode the egg forums.
I've got a copy of the finished transcript. It's on my autocue.
How can you have a copy of the finished transcript? It's still being written.
I told you I'm a time traveller. I got it in the future.
Okay, let me get my head around this. You're reading aloud from a transcript of a conversation you're still having.
Wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey.
Actually, never mind that. You can do shorthand.
So?
What matters is we can communicate. We have got big problems now. They have taken the blue box, haven't they? The angels have the phone box.
The angels have the phone box. That's my favourite. I've got that on a t-shirt.
What do you mean, angels? You mean those statue things?
Creatures from another world.
But they're just statues.
Only when you see them.
What does that mean?
Lonely assassins, they used to be called. No one quite knows where they came from, but they're as old as the universe, or very nearly. And they have survived this long because they have the most perfect defense system ever evolved. They are quantum locked. They don't exist when they're being observed. The moment they are seen by any other living creature, they freeze into rock. No choice, it's a fact of their biology. In the sight of any living thing, they literally turn to stone. And you can't kill a stone. Of course, a stone can't kill you either, but then you turn your head away. Then you blink. And oh yes, it can.
Don't take your eyes off that.
That's why they cover their eyes. They're not weeping. They can't risk looking at each other. Their greatest asset is their greatest curse. They can never be seen. Loneliest creatures in the universe. And I'm sorry. I am very, very sorry. It's up to you now.
What am I supposed to do?
The blue box, it's my time machine. There is a world of time energy in there. They could feast on forever, but the damage they could do could switch off the sun. You have got to send it back to me.
How? How?
And that's it, I'm afraid. There's no more from you on the transcript. That's the last I've got. I don't know what stopped you talking, but I can guess. They're coming. The angels are coming for you. But listen, your life could depend on this. Don't blink. Don't even blink. Blink and you're dead. They are fast, faster than you could believe. Don't turn your back. Don't look away, and don't blink. Good luck.
Time loops that he does.
I think the end of Blink, the reason why I like the bit when they're finally stuck in the house, goes into why I don't. Is why I do like the Matt Smith one. It's because they're stuck in a confined space. Before, when they send her friend back in time, she could still get out of the house and she could still do whatever. It's then when sort of the Weeping Angels plan comes together, and they're then stuck in the house. They're in a confined space with these killers, which is why I think I like the Matt Smith one as well.
I quite like the going off and exploring because it grounds it in realism, which you definitely do not get in the Crash of Byzantium. But also the I feel like they're a better understood villain, and they're more grounded in Blink. The Crash of the Byzantium adds lots of things that I feel like are just thrown in for the episode, and they don't make any sense, and I don't like...
I do have one criticism for Crash of the Byzantium, though.
I don't like the image of an angel becomes an angel.
Which is what I was going to criticise then.
I don't like the angel in the eye.
No.
I'm on the fence about Angel Bob, I'm not going to lie.
I quite like the idea of giving them a voice.
But I quite liked it. It worked in the episode. But then again, part of the thing that I liked about the angels is that you couldn't talk to them, you couldn't reason with them, and you didn't understand their motive.
Yeah.
They weren't there to talk to you and whatever. They just wanted to send you back in time and eat your future life.
Yeah, I don't like the image of an angel becomes an angel. That's my main criticism from that one, is that I don't like that. And then, because Amy Pond pauses it, doesn't she, on the gap. The angel in the eye, I don't mind it so much, because then it adds another layer of threat.
But then you've got
she closes her eyes,
it leads to the
which is the one thing you're not supposed to do.
At least the ridiculous walk as if you can see bit, which is terrible.
Yeah, because I mean the angel should know surely that she can't see.
The thing before was that the angels aren't choosing to be stone. They cannot help it. If you look at it, it will become stone. That's how it works. If you close your eyes, even for a second, it will move.
Yeah.
So surely they can all move because she's not looking.
Yeah, I would have thought that they could see that she can't see.
So for me, that's a massive plot hole. Also, I will admit that it's cleverly set up beforehand, but it's still a little bit Deus Ex Machina for me. The ending. The Doctor doesn't really do anything.
No.
He's like...
I think...
Bye.
It's sort of... They're trying to survive as well. I think that's what I quite like about the Byzantium one, is that the moment because they think they've only got like one weeping angel they've got to deal with.
Yeah.
So, sort of that then lures them down into the caves, and then when they discover that all the statues are weeping angels...
I think...
Oh.
What's wrong?
Oh.
Exactly. How could we not notice that?
Low-level perception filter all neighbourly. We're thick.
What's wrong, sir?
Nobody move. Nobody move. Everyone stay exactly where they are. Bishop, I am truly sorry. I've made a mistake and we're all in terrible danger.
What danger?
The outplans.
The Aplans?
They've got two heads.
Yes, I get that, so?
So why don't the statues? Everyone over there, just move. Don't ask questions, don't speak. Okay. I want you all to switch off your torches.
Sir?
Let's do it. Okay. I'm going to turn off this one too, just for a moment.
Are you sure about this?
No.
Oh my god. They've moved.
They're angels. All of them.
They can't.
I think for me, it's just...
From then, the tone of the story shifts and it becomes about them trying to survive and get out.
For me, it's the similar reason that I prefer Alien to Aliens, is that Blink is scary.
Oh yeah, Blink is a scary story.
Story, whereas the Crash of the Byzantium is not scary. And the thing I liked about the Weeping Angels is that they were terrifying. I was not scared at any point in Crash of the Byzantium, and part of it as well is because we have the Doctor. You know the Doctor's going to get out fine. The Doctor's going to be alright.
Yeah.
But Sally, all of these other side characters, you have no idea what's going to happen to them.
Yeah.
They could all die. It's it's Doctor Who. There have been episodes where everyone else dies.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
Just
the
think
Weeping
Waters of
Angels, Waters of Mars, Horror of Fang Rock does it. It's only the Doctor and Leela that make it out. But I think the Byzantium one, I think because there's so many Weeping Angels, I think that helps as well. It makes them a little bit more of a threat. It's like a Dalek. You've got one Dalek. I mean, you know, a Dalek will kill anything. You've got one Dalek, well, the Doctor can deal with it. But you get a whole armada of them, then it becomes a bit more of a problem.
See, yet again, we're on the opposite...
It becomes a bit more of an issue then.
I think we're on the opposite side just for the number factor, because I think possibly the best Dalek story ever is Dalek. And there's one Dalek, and part of the reason is because the reason it's so good is because there exists this one doing all of these things.
Yeah.
And it's the same for me with Blink versus Crash Byzantium, so you've just got 4. You've got 4.
Yeah.
And
is there only 4 Weeping Angels?
There are 4 Weeping Angels.
More
no,
in
there's
Blink.
4 Weeping Angels in Blink.
Yeah. I just seem to remember when she goes upstairs. I always thought there was more.
No, that's just because they moved.
Oh, right.
Because they're moving so quickly. But at the end, when you've got
I haven't watched Blink in a...
At the end, when you've got them all rocking the TARDIS, there's one on each panel side, as it were.
Oh, okay. See, even then, I thought there was more than 4. But
there is that moment as well where they're there, terrified, and the Doctor could quite have easily taken them away in the TARDIS.
Yeah.
But does he? No, he just leaves them there, cowering in this ring of angels.
So, I mean, that's kind of cruel. I yawned there. In any Doctor Who, give it any monster, for me, the threats increased the more of the monsters there are. So
for me, it sort of distills it a little bit. It's oversaturation. It's, you know, I don't know what it is. It's sometimes it feels like instead of they do it as a bit of a cop-out. Instead of writing a situation where this one monster is in so much more control, like, you know, like in Dalek. You've got one Dalek, but it locks you all in this area, and you cannot escape without it escaping, and you don't want it to escape. It's the most important thing, you know. Also, Rose is right in front of it, so it's just behind the companion that the Doctor doesn't want to lose, and it puts him in that episode. It puts him in such a horrible position. You know, probably tortures him inside. Yeah. Whereas if you compare that to Asylum of the Daleks, you've got so many Daleks.
I mean, Asylum of the Daleks is a terrible episode anyway.
You've got Daleks for days, and it feels like, as opposed to being shown why you should be terrified, it just goes, you should be terrified because there's lots of them.
Yeah. I guess this one will come down to is it's being trapped somewhere and you can't get out.
It's a difficult
Whereas,
one.
I mean, in that one, in Blink, I don't know why I shouldn't try and smash the windows.
It's a difficult one to argue because I do really like the Crash of the Byzantium. It was the last time the Weeping Angels were good.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, whenever they came back after that, I don't think they had that threat anymore. No. They weren't scary anymore.
They weren't. But I feel like that started it.
Yeah,
I feel like the fact that they came back in the first place was caused by that. And
when
also,
they were in Blink, they were such a hit in Blink, and then there was a long enough gap between Blink and the Byzantium one for them to come back and go, oh wow, the Weeping Angels are back.
As much as I liked the Crash Byzantium story, personally for me as well, I would have rather that if we could have not had that and only ever had Blink as a Weeping Angel story, I would have preferred that. Because
I'd have been quite happy.
I think
either
they
way
were better as a solo villain.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess it comes down to just, for me, being stuck somewhere where there's only 4 opposed to there being an army of them.
Which is,
I would always feel more threatened by there being an army of something than I would for.
And I always feel like the story works better when there's less. But I think it really comes down to the votes.
Yes.
Please vote in the poll and let us know what you think.
Yes.
If you've got any other points, and if you think that the Angels Takes Manhattan is the best Weeping Angel story, you're wrong. But please tell us in the comments.
You know, there might be some people who like that one.
Thank you for watching.
Yes.
And
we'll
see you next time.
Yes.
Bye.